Shogun Episode 2 ends with Lord Toranaga and John Blackthorne fighting an assassin sent after the latter, raising the question of who wants the Anjin dead and why. Blackthorne, the English navigator whose ship washed ashore on an island he had yet to confirm the existence of, elevated the tension amongst the other main Shogun characters, particularly between Toranaga and Ishido as well as between the Toranaga and the Portuguese priests. After being kept in prison and escaping execution, John was brought back to Toranaga's castle, setting the main events of FX's Shogun show motion. With the help of Mariko, who provided a fair translation to establish communication between the Anjin and Toranaga, John got to tell his host about the existence of a Portuguese base in Macau. The Englishman also told stories of a war the Japanese didn't know was happening involving a different Christian religion they didn't know existed. Shogun's first 2 episodes introduced audiences to an extensive set of characters, families, and locations, all of which are tangled in a complex game of interests that connect to Yoshii Toranaga and his vision for Japan's future. Lord Kiyama sent an assassin to kill John Blackthorne. The Anjin was staying at Lord Toranaga's chambers. John Blackthorne standing in front of Lord Toranaga in Shogun Episode 2. Shogun Episode 2 ends with an assassin attacking Lord Toranaga in his chambers, but it is later revealed that the assassin was there for John Blackthorne. While Toranaga had announced earlier that the Anjin was going to stay in the West Palace, the Lord of Kanto switched places with his guest when night fell. Therefore, when the assassin entered Toranaga's room, she was actually hoping to find the English navigator. Earlier in the episode, Lord Kiyama, one of the 5 members of the Council of Regents, offered himself to take care of the John Blackthorne problem. Lord Kiyama is the one who hired an assassin to kill Blackthorne. The fact that the assassin thought the foreigner would be on the West Palace reveals that Kiyama, or at least one of the older regents, has a spy on Toranaga's court. Toranaga publicly announced that John was going to stay in the West Palace, perhaps purposefully trying to see if the information was going to leak. Regardless, Toranaga switching places with the Anjin proved to be a smart decision, as it not only protected his guests but also confirmed that there was a spy among them. Why the Christian lords and Portuguese priests want the Anjin dead? John Blackthorne could ruin their plans for the region. Lord Kiyama announced he was going to take care of the Anjin after a meeting with the other 4 Christian lords and Father Delacqua, leader of the Jesuit mission in the region. John Blackthorne is an English Protestant, meaning his interests go against those of the Portuguese Catholics. With conflicts between Catholics and Protestants happening all over Europe, keeping trade routes and unknown regions a secret from the other side was crucial. The Portuguese arrived in Japan in 1543, yet it was only in 1600 that William Adams, the first Englishman to reach Japan, confirmed the existence of the islands.